Hey guys, Tara here from Recovering Book Hoarder, and today is a FlossTube day. It's been maybe about a month since I did my last FlossTube. And in there, no, I'm thinking about it. I had a contest for a couple of items. And I will put down in the description box who the winners were, because I totally forgot to do that piece before I started filming. So winners of that contest will be down in the description box. If your name is there, then make sure that you, also in the description box is my email. Shoot me an email with your mailing address, and I will send you what you won. All right, moving on. I just recently started a full coverage piece, and it's not a piece that you can purchase because I did a conversion of an art piece that I just absolutely love and want to stitch so badly, and there are no existing patterns of it. So I did I made my own chart based on that. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. My goal is 100 stitches per day. There's a total of 67,500 stitches, which I looked at some HAEDs, and it's significantly less than some of the bigger HAEDs, so I guess I shouldn't complain. But I am actually really enjoying it, and this is my first time doing a full coverage piece that's like really truly full coverage. I did another piece that was much smaller for my mom several years ago, and I would consider that full coverage, but it is not like this. So every day I am posting my progress over on my Instagram page, so make sure you follow me on there. With doing 100 stitches a day, I'm not even gonna get it done in a year. So let me show you the piece. So I started it last Sunday for my New Start Sunday, and I have 700 stitches done thus far, and this is what it looks like so far. That's the top, let me see, top right hand corner, if I'm not looking at it. If I'm looking at it, it's the top left hand corner, but in any case, that's what it looks like so far, guys. So it is a big giant piece. I bought this frame, this Q-snap, just so I could do this, because I wanted to be able to just leave it in and not have to keep taking it out, since I'm going to work on it every single day, and I need my other Q-snap for my rotating pieces. All right, so that is piece number one. That is the mystery stitch, and I just realized I lost the needle. I feel like I lose so many needles. It's like absolute insanity. All right, next. I touched almost every piece that I have. Not every single one, but almost every single one this week. And, well, not this week, since my last FlossTube. So let's go through them. So we'll start with my current WIPS that I have made progress on. Then I will show you guys my new starts since I saw you last, and new starts, and then I got a couple pieces kitted up, so I will show you those as well. So the first one, this is what I was working on earlier today. So what I'm doing is I'm typically pulling out a piece and setting a goal for myself on how much I will stitch before I put it away and pull out something else. So this is my Christmas sampler from Happy Mood Point, and this is what it looks like. Now, my version is not monochrome. Mine has lots of color, things that I consider to be Christmas colors. So for this, I'm using a piece of 14 count Ada. It's by DMC Charles Craft. Now this is one of the first pieces I started, and it was before I understood exactly how to measure out my fabric, and I didn't understand about higher point size versus smaller, and I don't really care for 14 count anymore, but I have a bunch in my stash because that's what I had bought whenever I first started back to doing this. Okay, so I am using colors that I consider to be Christmassy or wintry. And I've recently fallen in love with the new floss, which is in this piece. So, and this is about how big it's going to be since I didn't know how to measure. So you can see this is how far over it goes, and then the bottom is where the actual bottom is. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I might make it in, I don't know, maybe a pillow, or I'm going to put it in a portfolio. I'm not sure. But so let me show you the new floss that I'm in love with. It's at the bottom here. So this right here, oh God, isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love it so much. So this is Stitchybox silks, and these are two different ones. They came in their winter stash box, and they are called, where did I put my bag? Oh, right here. The one is called Kodiak, and it is by the Flower Silk by Stitchybox, and it's these beautiful, the gradients are just gorgeous. And then this one is Periwinkle, and this one is Stitchy Silk by Stitchybox. So I have been getting the different Stitchyboxes for a while now. I usually do their like countdown boxes. They're so fun. I love them so much. And I've had it hanging up because it's like, you know, it's nicer floss, and I've been hesitant to use it because it's so beautiful. But I'm like, Tara, you keep ordering them. You have to just use them. So I was like, when I got that winter box, I was like, this is perfect for all the like snowflakes and stuff that's in this Christmas pattern. And so I pulled it out and started using it today, and God, it's a dream. It's a dream to work with, and oh, it's so beautiful whenever it's stitched up. So highly recommend Stitchybox. Their fabric's great. I've gotten a lot of fabric in their boxes. I have used some of it, and it stitches just so nice. It's just, they have great quality products. That is what I can say. And if you have some extra play money, I would highly recommend getting a countdown box. They have all kinds. I currently am waiting on from them their sampler countdown box. They're always different themes. And she had like a grab bag floss sale. And so I have one of those that is on its way also that I'm really looking forward to getting. And I just said, surprise me. So I have no idea what it's going to all consist of. All right, so that's one piece. All right, then I have my winter sampler, and this is by Little Dove Designs. It's from the Stitch for All Season sampler. There's obviously one for each season, and I am as of right now I'm only doing the winter one, although I might get the other ones and do them too because these are fun. So this is what the finished product will look like, and this is again on a piece of 14 count Ada that I just picked up from Michael's, and here's what is done so far. And again, this is well, I don't know, this one might end up being measuring okay. Sorry, all my stuff's wrinkled. But I did the back stitching on the pie. I finished the flower. I did the candlesticks, and then the what's done of that little picnic cloth down here, the tablecloth. So that's what I got done whenever I pulled it out to work. And this is stitching up very nicely. And honestly, I like it better even now whenever I pulled it back out. Like, it's just a lot of fun. Then I have my 10 Dual Commandments piece. This is from Taylor and Cromwell, one of my favorite designers, and that is what this one will look like. This is 14 count Ada. Again, these are all things that I've been working on for a very long time. This one, I'm not sure who the brand is. I got it through Amazon. It says before I discovered 123 Stitch and Picture This Plus, because now I am absolutely a Picture This Plus girl for the most part. All right. This is my progress, and I stitched on the disputes there. It's gonna be most disputes die and no one shoots. So that's what I did on that one. I think this was the second piece that I had ever started. My Cheshire Cat, which I also worked on, I believe was my first piece. And let me tell you, I really can tell it on the Cheshire Cat. The pieces that I started, back with, because I had cross stitched. I had been really into cross stitch, back in like early 2000s. I had done it in high school a little bit, got off it, then early 2000s. And then I didn't understand fabric. I couldn't find the right size fabrics, and I would just get too irritated. And then the cost of framing was absolutely insane, and I couldn't afford it. So I stopped. Came back to it. It's about a year now. And the reason I came back to it was because Rainy, if you're not following Rainy over at Rainy Day Reads, Rainy is a booktuber and a FlossTuber. And who am I kidding? I'm sure you guys are following Rainy. If for some strange reason you're not, you need to go over and follow her, because she is absolutely amazing. And she's one of my in real life friends also. And we get together and stitch and shop and do things. So anyway, where was I going with that? Okay. So whenever I started back to stitching, I made so many counting errors. I can't even explain it to you. I've really progressed since then. I'm not saying I don't make errors, because I do. Like, for example, today I spent pretty much my entire morning frogging on 3 separate pieces because my brain just wasn't working. But I wouldn't catch them until it was too late whenever I first started. And so on this particular piece, which is the first piece that I started when I came back, I have all kinds of mistakes on here. Not that I think anybody will be able to tell, but man, it makes it really frustrating to stitch on. So this is my Cheshire Cat. We're All Mad Here, which is one of my favorite sayings ever. And this is from Cross Stitch with Art. I did this on a piece of 14 count Black Ada, again, that I got from Amazon. So I'm not sure of the brand. I think it might be Zweigart. But this is what is completed so far. And I worked on, all the teeth are new. So I started that, and then all this up here I got done, and then I wanted to start working on this tail. So that's over there. Alrighty. Next time I'll be able to show you guys before and after pictures too, because I'm posting now on my Instagram. I'm posting whatever the progress looks like after it's done. So I'll be able to use those pictures for the next time I do a FlossTube. Okay, my couples, the Soulmate SAL. This was the Soulmate SAL. It was a mystery stitch along last Valentine's Day. It was held, and it is by Creatively Crafting. It takes 6 couples from history, and you stitch them up. So far, I have Fred and Wilma, I have Hades and Persephone, and I have Ricky and Lucy, but I only have Ricky done. So this is what the frame looks like. In the other 3 boxes is Baby and Johnny from Dirty Dancing, Sandy and Danny from Grease, and then the couple from Bones, which I didn't watch Bones, so I don't know their names, but it's super cute. What I got done, I had already finished like the main stitching on Ricky, but I did all the back stitching on Ricky. Man, back stitching makes such a huge difference, and I love how it turned out. So did that. This one is a 16 count. I want to say it's a 16 count platinum. Again, I got it off of, where did I get this one? I think that this might be when I found 123 Stitch. Pretty sure it came off 123 Stitch. I am now like attaching the sticker from the fabric onto my patterns, so I know what the fabric was. So eventually we'll be getting into things here that I actually know what the fabric is. Okay, let's see. Those are new. All right, my Disney Stitch Along. I do not have a fully completed picture of what this is going to look like. This was, again, Picture This Plus, which I love. Picture This Plus, this was 16 count, and this is a huge piece. Now I understand how to measure fabric, and so I've got nice amounts of space for framing. So I'm not even done with the frame on this yet. This stitch along has 50 golden statues that were in the Disney park for the 50th anniversary. That's what goes in to the different frames there. So there's a lot of them. And for an example of what one of them looks like this is Timon and Pumbaa, and this is going to be in its own frame. So what I got done, what did I get done on this? I filled in some more of, let's see, which side was it? Some more of this I got filled in with the gold. This is gonna like be a forever piece, I think. It's gonna take me forever. And I'm pretty sure that once it's done, I will be like paying, I don't know. I think paying to get it framed because it will have taken me forever and a day. Okay. Then we have, let's see, that was new. Okay, my Narnia SAL. This was a mystery stitch along from the Stitching Book Club. Again, this was last year. So this was the Chronicles of Narnia. It obviously has since all been released, so I can show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And this one is really fun to stitch up. I'm using a piece of Ada of Blessing, 14 count Ada. 14 count. Pretty sure it's 14 count. So I don't know if you can see the shimmer on there or not, but what I got done was the part underneath this line and down. So the names, the crown, all of that. And I love it a lot. So I'd say I'm about, I'd love to say halfway done, but the last section has a lot more going on than the previous sections. So probably not quite halfway. Then, let's see. Okay, made some progress on my Halloween SAL from Stitching Spell. That's what this looks like. This is one of 3 Halloween samplers they have. I have them all, but this is what I'm working on. I think this was the 3rd project I ever started. And I am not doing it in, I'm not doing it in the monochromatic colors. I am doing it in what I consider to be Halloween colors. This one is, I believe it's 18 count, no, I'm sorry, 14 count platinum, and it's going to be pretty big. So this is what all I have done so far. Oops. And the part that I finished, I did this right here. that motif, I did that. And I am now, again, now that I'm doing this, I'm learning that it's okay to make changes to things. So I had done this part here with the black, and it's supposed to go all the way around, but I really liked how it looked. It reminded me of like a lace collar for some reason. So I just decided to do the corners like that, and I like it a whole lot. These are all DMC threads, but they're like their special threads. The skulls were metallic, and then some of their silk, which, listen, has nothing on Stitchybox silks. Let's say. All right. Next up, I worked on my knight. This is my knight and castle piece, which I love working on this. This one's super fun. All right, so this is another one by Stitching Spell. This is what it looks like. And of course, I'm not doing monochromatic. I'm doing all blues and purples. And this is another one that's going to be gigantic. It's kind of like a tapestry, like you would see. All right, so this is what I have done so far. And the part that I worked on was, I did a full page, is what I got done. Hold on, let me make this a little easier to hold up. All right, it's pretty much this area that I did. I did all of this down here, a bunch of this up here, and then this knight. And how cute is my knight? I think he turned out great. So that's what I have done from that. Again, really, really love Stitching Spell. I have so many of their charts saved on my computer. Okay. I think that's all I worked on since I saw you guys last. It's a lot, right? All right, so let me show you. I have some crochet whips also. Let's look at those real quick before we go into the rest of my cross stitch stuff. So, the first thing I have, where's the picture? Let me see. Is, oh, here it is. All right. So my husband, has one of the guys my husband works with, his nickname is Sloth. And so he saw this kit, whenever we were shopping one day, and he was like, hey, do you think you could do that? I want to put it on his toolbox at work. It's one of his mechanics. And so this is what the little sloth's gonna look like. I finished stitching the first part, which was just his head. So I've got this done. It's still not, obviously his face isn't done, but yeah, that's his little head. I can't say that I love, I think it's called origami. It's like doing little animals and dolls and stuff. It's probably like my least favorite thing to stitch, but of course Brian loves it, Cassidy loves it, and so I do some of it, but not my favorite. Okay, then I have, this is for my best friend. So Christine, if you happen to be watching this, you need to, I'm going to put up the timestamp for when you can start watching again. And you need to fast forward to that. Okay. Here's the timestamp. Fast forward to that. Okay. So this is a gift for Christine. This is called Victoria's German Shell Shawl, I think is what it's called. Is this it? Yeah, Victoria's German Shell Shawl. So this is what it looks like. That's not in color though. And here is how I'm in love with this. In love with, is that not just so beautiful? So beautiful. I love the colors and how they look. It's from one of these balls here. And who is this by? I want to say it's from Karen. I will put on the screen what the brand of yarn is because the label fell off of this one, but I have another one that has the label on it. So in the process of making this, I love it. All right, then this is for my niece. So my niece is 5 and she's like a little old lady and I love her so much. She loves cardigans and she wears cardigans over top of everything. All right, so since this is not done yet, there's the ends still need woven in, but this is what it looks like so far. I'm in the process of working on this arm over here, but how pretty is this? I love it, and she's gonna love it. So this arm's totally done, including the ribbing of the bottom. This one's about halfway done, and then I have to do ribbing on the bottom, and then the like this here has a stitch goes around it also, and then it will need to be blocked. So do I have I will put the name of this yarn right here also, because I think this is what it looks like. Oh, I know it. This is I Love This Yarn. Oh, is this is it here. Found it. Okay, so this is I Love This Yarn. Super soft, super savings. This is from Hobby Lobby, and it is in the colorway of Daydreamery, and highly, highly recommend. All right, so those are my crochet WIPs that were existing. All right, now let me show you new starts. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 new starts to show you, and also a new favorite floss part of it too. Okay, so first new start is the Haunted Library. This was a mystery SAL. Well, I have a picture slightly of what it will look like. This is not complete, even though the whole thing is out to buy. Guess I need to print out the rest of it. But this is kind of an idea of what it looks like. And I am pretty fresh here. I am using, this is when I started putting it on my paper, on the pattern. This is Picture This Plus 16 count Spray Ada. It is on an 1/8 yard. So this is how big it'll be. Isn't it a pretty color? And this is what I got done so far. The staircase. So yeah, that's good. I'm using all the called for DMC. At this point, I've not made any changes to this. Okay, then I started, okay, here's some new favorite floss here, guys. I was enabled by Shiloh over at Stitch MD and Sulky. She talks about Sulky all the time. So I was like, well, I wonder if 1, 2, 3 Stitch carries that. And they do. Oh gosh, there's a snow squall outside of my window right now. So they do carry it. And I decided I'd give that a shot on this piece. So I was enabled by I'll put the FlossTuber's name down here. It was actually the first FlossTube I've ever seen from her. Now I've watched like several. I'm usually doing something else when I'm watching it. So her name is like, I want to say there's the word Shore in it, but it'll be on the screen. So she was doing the Owl Forest embroidery. This is called the Black Vintage Sampler. So this is what it looks like. And of course I'm not doing it in black. I cannot do it monochrome. So for this, I let my niece pick out the fabric for me. And so she chose a 1/4 yard of 18 count Aida. It is Picture This Plus, and it is Jade is the color. And oh God, I love this so much. So this is how it's gonna go up and down like this. I finished this little bitty outline here, but this is with the sulky floss. And oh guys, let me just show you. I've had so many compliments on this one after I put it up online. Look at that. Is that gorgeous? So I'm just using 1 strand of sulky, and it's a perfect weight for this 18 count. The coverage is wonderful. So at this point, these are the colors that I plan on using for the entire thing. I don't know. I might end up ordering a couple other colors too. We'll see. Trying to see if there's color names on here. I have no idea what the actual color names. I know one's like a turquoise. Oh wait, is it on the top? Does not have the color name. It just has numbers. So these are colors. 1230 is this one. 1112 is this one. And I don't know what that's looking like on the camera, but it's like a deep violet. And then 1235. Love this. Love it, love it. I love Alvarez embroidery. This is my second one. The other one I haven't started, but I did get kitted up. So I will show that to you guys in a second. All right, then I started 2 Taylor and Cromwells. 2 more, because you know, love me some Taylor and Cromwell. All right, so the first one is, this is from Rent, and it is the 525,600 minutes. And this was from their Rent subscription box. Well, their Rent box. I wouldn't call it a subscription box. And so what I got, it comes with the Aida and everything. So, and it so wonderfully comes with the edges all, I can't remember what what is this called? Reinforced, we'll go with that. So that's how big it's going to be. But I started in the middle, so I finished the outside of the 6. All right, and then I also started Rose. This was from the Golden Girls box that they did. This one's pretty like smaller than you would anticipate, but this is what I got done. And I got all that done the first day that I did it. So, I mean, it's stitching up pretty quickly. And it's just pretty small. And the book, though, comes with not just Rose, but also has Dorothy, Blanche, and Sophia's in there as well. All right, so those are my new starts. Now, let's look at the ones I got kitted. Okay, so the first is for the Narnia, not Narnia, I'm sorry, the Shire, where I want to live, the Shire Stitch Along that is being held. I believe her name is Lindsay. I will link her down below. Rainy enabled me for this one, and yeah, so that's it. Isn't that pretty? It's full coverage. This is by Thread of Magic Cross Stitch Patterns, and there's 139 colors in this. And it's 261 stitches by 400. It's a lot of pages. This pattern is 25 pages. And for that, I just got gridded. It is half yard, 18 count, easy count, white, gray, Ada. And it's from 1, 2, 3 stitch. And it's, let's look at how big it is. That's, oh my goodness, I can't even get it all in. That's gigantic. Okay. So that's ready to go for April 1st. Okay, then I found a couple of charts on 1, 2, 3 stitch that I fell in love with. And the one chart, I was actually able to purchase a kit to go with all the stuff to go with it, which is wonderful. So this one is by the Bay Needle Art, and it's called In My Father's House. And that is what it looks like. If you can't read it, it says, "There are many rooms in my Father's house. I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." And so, yeah, okay. So that came with, this will be a linen piece, which I have never done linen before, so we shall see. It comes with a 1/4 yard of 32 count sandstone tea-dyed linen fabric. So that is what it looks like. And then just all of the DMC flosses, which are in here. So all of that, all this, I was able to get without having to go through and figure anything out, which is just lovely. The linen is a little bit stiffer than what I like. I prefer Picture This Plus softness, but we'll see. Maybe this is good for linen. I don't know. No idea. All right, so that's kitted and ready to go. Then this is going to be a gift for the hubby. This is called Gamer Sampler, and there's not a big picture of it, but I'll show you. Like, it's like all little things from gaming. That's just one small piece of it. And I got this blue, pretty blue, to do it on. It's actually, it's pretty small. It's only not big. Oh, I don't know. This is kind of washing out the blue. Let's see if I can get it back there. There we go. That's pretty accurate for the color. And so this is a piece of, this is an 1/8 yard, 16 count coastal Ada. And Picture This Plus, of course. And then these are the flosses that go with it. They're pretty, these are like really fun colors. So, can you see them? Probably not. Let's see. I love bright colors. There we go. So, those colors against, yeah, I think it's going to work beautifully. All right, and then this one is going to be a gift from my mommy. And it is, the pattern is by Decor by Twins. And it is, let me see if it has an actual name. I just call it Mary and Jesus. So that's what it will look like. And for this, I got a piece of Picture This Plus, an 1/8 yard, 16 count Moon Glow. And there's only 5 colors on this one. So this is the colors and what it will look like. And that's, there we go. That's a good accurate color. Alright, so these are ones that I'm going to be starting here. I'll do at least one of these for my New Start Sunday. I love New Start Sunday. It's my favorite day of the week. Okay, then I got all kitted up and ready to go. the Goth Stitch Along Temperature Cabinet. It was for 2022, but I'm going to do it for 2023. And okay, I'm not doing any of the colors it calls for. I'm using a bunch of colors from the different Stitchybox boxes I have gotten. So I'll show you those in a second. Okay, this is another big one. This is, where's my sticker? Let's see. This is a half yard 18 count earthen Ada. Picture this plus. Another Joygunda one. I figure this is going to go really well with my haunted library. They'll probably go next to each other. So this is the fabric. And then I have so many colors. So, and I still have to pick a couple more for the temperature stuff. But, so like, and so I went through it and I marked. So, like this I'm using for the carpet that's in front of it. This is Flower Silk from Stitchybox. And this one is called Demeter's Harvest. And it's their Threads of Myth and Legend. Oh, gorgeous is that. I think that'll make perfect carpet. And then there's two cats. And I'm going to use these two, which are by Stitchy Silk by Stitchybox. Those two, one's like a grayer, one's brown with slight gradients. Beaver gray, and this one's beaver gray, and this one's cedar. So that's going to be for the cats. And then, all right, these are for the temperatures, the different temperatures in there. Most of these are from Stitchybox. The only exception is there's a Gentle Art in here and 1 Week Style Works. And then, oh, and I don't know who this one's by. Hand dyed for machine and hand embroidery pan. I don't know because there's a hole in the middle of it, which is probably my fault. And then this is going to be for the outer bookcase. And then there's like, it's like has an inside also. That's like colored, and so this is my two colors for that. The Gentle Art one, it does not have, they don't have names, but the Flower Silk one is called Bell Heather, and so pretty. Like I said, I need to find a couple more colors for the temperature piece, but I'm good to go. Like I can go ahead and get started. Another Owl Forest embroidery, and this one is this was their Alice in Wonderland, and it's actually free on their website, so you can go on and get it for free. This was a free stitch along. Let me see if I have a picture of what it is going to look like complete to show you guys. For anyone that doesn't know, Alice is my favorite. Alice in Wonderland's my favorite. Favorite characters, Cheshire Cat and the Mad Hatter. Gosh, I love them so much. Close. Those two would be tied. Close second would be the Caterpillar. Alright, this is the biggest I can find here of the picture. So this is what it looks like all completed. Now, I have not yet chosen the colors I'm going to use because I'm going to pick my own colors. So I haven't done that. However, I did get the fabric. And for this, I ended up going with a half yard of Picture This Plus Heritage Ada. 16 count. Did I say 16 count? Yeah, it's 16 count. So this is what that one looks like. That's a pretty good color there. Color match. Okay, then I just have one more chart to show you that I acquired from 123 Stitch. God, if you guys could see my complete floor right now. Woo! I need to come up with a better storage system. I mean, I love my bags, but I need to come up with some way to keep them. All right, so this is the Lord's Prayer, and it is by Lila's Studio. And this is what it looks like. And I really, really love it. That's for me. I'm going to be keeping that one for myself. All right. I think that's it, guys. I think that's enough. All right, that's all. Don't forget to check the box to see if you won, if you entered for the items that I had up. There was one, two, I think there was 4 different items. And yeah, all right, guys, I will talk to you about flossy stuff in probably another month. I do hope to get out something book related here soon also. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.